George Bernard Shaw once said, "People are always blaming their circumstances for what they are." He said, "I don't believe in circumstance. The people who get on in this world are the people who wake up and they look for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they make them." Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Casey's Motivational Movement. And I'm so glad you joined me this morning because I realized you could have been doing anything or anywhere else in the world, but instead you decided to watch this video. And for that, I say thank you. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the lesson here. He said the people who get on in this world are the people who wake up and they look for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they make them. Wow. What a powerful statement. And in fact, that's one of my favorite quotes. Again, it's by a gentleman by the name of George Bernard Shaw. Now, what I want to talk about today is your circumstances. Are you one of those people, and let's be honest here, it's a time for pure honesty. Are you one of those people who blame your circumstances for what you are in life? Now, what circumstances might you ask? Circumstances like, you may say, well, my mom was on drugs, or my dad was never there in my life, or you may have never finished high school, or you may be one of those people that say, I'm from the projects, and people never make it out of the projects. Well, guess what? In spite of all of these circumstances, there's still somebody in the world that has made it. And that's what you have to ask yourself. In your circumstances, is there someone else with the same circumstances that you have that in spite of their circumstances have made it? He said, well, I have kids. My kids are holding me back. Now, is there someone that has 2 kids or 3 kids that are still doing the same thing that you said that is impossible or that you are unable to do? Circumstances. I have here a FedEx box. And why do I want to show you this FedEx box? Because I want you to see right between the E and the X on the FedEx logo. Right here. Have an arrow. Now, you may have said to yourself, well, okay, well, I've seen that before. Well, if you've seen it before, then you know. And if you haven't seen it before, you will know. What am I talking about? You will never be able to see a FedEx logo again. If you see this arrow one time, you will never be able to see another FedEx logo without seeing that arrow. Why does that work that way? Because the mind works that way. Our subconscious mind is constantly recording information. Whether it's good or bad, it's just recording information. It doesn't label the information, but it records it. And what happens is, now that we've seen this, our mind have recorded the arrow. And every time we see a FedEx logo, our mind is going to automatically look to see if that arrow is there. Something similar. Have you ever gone out to a car lot to purchase a car? Or you may have actually purchased that car. Now, what happens when you pull off the lot? You begin to see that car everywhere you go. Now, was that car always there? Yes, of course it was. But your mind wasn't focused on it. So what I'm going to ask you today, dealing with your circumstances, I want you to begin to change the way you look at things. I want you to change the way you look at things. And the reason for that is because when you begin to change the way you look at things, what you look at begins to change. So you say, okay, well, I woke up and I wasn't able to find the circumstances that I was looking for. George, tell me, how do I make these circumstances happen? And today I'm going to give you 3 powerful words to explain just that. How to make the circumstances that you want happen. And again, it's 3 words. It's ready, aim, fire. And I'm going to take you through the progression just to explain it. First, we have ready. taking, you have to be prepared. You have to make yourself ready. Whether it's reading books or whether it's getting in the gym and working out and physically getting fit, you have to prepare yourself for what you are going to receive. That thing that you want in life to receive, you have to prepare yourself. You know, they say to whom much is given, much is required. And that's a very true statement. So always prepare yourself for greatness. Prepare yourself to go to that next level before you get there. The next step, aim. You have to be able to see the picture that you want. In your mind's eye, you have to be able to see that picture. And you have to be able to focus on that picture. Sight alignment, sight picture. Straight up and down, straight across. You have to be able to see the picture in its fullness. And it has to be almost as if the picture is already real. Aim. You have to look at that target and you have to be able to see it. The next step is fire. Now fire, that's where a lot of people get stuck. They get stuck in the progression and they get their progression as ready, aim, or then maybe they'll go back to the ready, or they'll continue to aim, aim, aim. One thing in going forward, and I love the way that Martin Luther King Jr. put it. He said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. And when you begin to take that first step, fire. When you fire, you can then begin to reassess. Now maybe you shot over here and your target is over here. But you can go back and you can go recalculate your shooting and go through the whole progression again. Ready, aim, fire. Thank you very much for joining me today. This has been another segment of Casey's Motivational Movement. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're ready for greatness. And I hope you're preparing yourself for that greatness. Until we meet again, I thank you. And God bless you.